Hello, my name is Kathleen Lisson, and I'm a lymphedema therapist in the United States. This is my book review for Lymphoedema Taking Control by Professor John Boyages. This is a fantastic book and should definitely be in your library if you are a lymphedema therapist. This book breaks everything down, all those top questions that your patients with lymphedema will ask you over and over and over again, breaks them down into just really succinct answers to them with the research. And it's very up to very recent 2024 research on all the major questions that people with lymphedema are going to ask. So let's look really quick at the table of contents. They have information just starting off on understanding the lymphatic system. So you get to see some of those fold color diagrams and a really great way to kind of learn how you explain a lymphatic system to someone with lymphedema. And I love it because this book is targeted towards people with lymphedema. But I think that the benefit for lymphedema therapists is we can kind of read and understand and be able to practice how we tell this information to our clients too. So they have information on understanding the lymphatic system. What is lymphedema? Risk factors for lymphedema. They have a lot of information on the different types of clinical assessments and tests. This is a question that we get all the time. Information about early detection and intervention, the CDT information, skincare and lymphedema information. And I'll just stop there and say there's all kind of these little tidbits that are from his perspective throughout the book that even as me, an American-based lymphedema therapist, I try to go to many, many conferences, and I never heard of the practice of taking a bath once a week in Hibiclens or using betadine as a way to help boost the body's protection against infection. They talk about compression garments, other lymphedema therapies. We get a lot of questions about low-level laser. There's information about low-level laser, and then some information about the surgical options, liposuction, and then the microsurgery options. And I love chapter 12 is lymphedema precautions, fact versus fiction. So this is where he talks about what about getting an injection? What about getting your blood pressure taken? What about going into a sauna or a spa? What about different all going on an airplane? And it's just this little succinct answers to those questions that we get over and over and over again. Prevention and treatment of cellulitis has its own chapter. Breast edema has its own chapter. And he also talks about cording here. And the emotional side of lymphedema is that final chapter 15. He intersperses throughout the book patient stories. So if you have taken the lymphedema therapy class, but maybe you haven't seen that many patients, it's always great to read patient stories because that kind of gives you additional data, additional information, additional stories, so you can come to a more complete understanding faster of the life and the barriers that your clients that you see may be dealing with. And we're trying to help them, to empower them, to give them all the tools that they need to take charge of their lymphedema self-management and incorporate that plan into their daily self-management. So Lymphedema Taking Control by Dr. Boyages, amazing book, really great resource for lymphedema therapists, especially new lymphedema therapists. And this book is designed for informing people with lymphedema and their families, their loved ones. So it's an excellent resource for either of those two people, the people who have lymphedema and the people who take care of them, either as a healthcare professional or as a family caregiver or loved one. Everyone that I've mentioned, this would be a great book for. It will increase your knowledge. And if you're a lymphedema therapist, your confidence in giving these short, succinct, informed answers to give your patients the tools that they need to take care of their lymphedema.